What's going on YouTube? Warstorm here, coming at you guys with another discussion video today. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little review of YCS Prague. YCS Prague is a little bit of a bigger deal than most YCSs because it's the first big YCS since the adjusted list went into effect. So obviously on the adjusted list we saw that's going to be enforced events. We saw Ptolemaios and Plushfire got banned. We saw Monkey Board, Skullcrobat Joker, and Luster Pendulum all go to 1, as well as, and so it was going to be interesting to see, okay, what will this do what Konami was accomplishing, which is trying to balance out the format. And to an extent, I think they accomplished what they wanted to. So anyway, let's go get started with the decks that were at the event. Draco Performapals was the most represented deck. By the way, I'm going to have this in the description box so you guys can see it for yourselves, read it for yourselves. Draco Performapals is the most represented deck. Again, the deck is not dead, guys. This is Dragon Rulers 2.0. The Dragon Rulers were still saw play and continued to evolve up until they got banned. Right before they got banned, Dark Matter came out, and Dark Matter Heretics became a deck. So I am just saying, you know, the deck is Draco Pals is going to continue to evolve until like multiple cards get smashed, and that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. 206 players playing Monarchs, 177 playing Cosmos. So obviously the three top decks, you know, kind of like the triangle of the format where you got Draco Pals, Cosmos, and Monarchs. Basically still confirmed. We had 79 Atlantean players show up. Again, Neptibus just came out, but unfortunately, as you'll see, the deck did not do as hot as some people might have thought. 32 Burning Abyss, the deck still continues to hang around. Obviously, Burning Abyss probably got the lightest hits on the ban list. Top 5 decks got hit because while Graf and Seer being down to 1 to 2 respectively really does hurt their consistency. At the same time, Phantom Knights just came out, and Wing Raiders, and those helped to fix some of Burning Abyss's problems. Like, biggest thing when I played sets of Burning Abyss for the first couple times was like I keep milling all my good cards, like my traps, because Burning Abyss play a lot of traps. But the thing is with the Phantom Knights is that you have a lot of traps that work in graves, so you don't care if you mill them. And also the Phantom Knight cards just happen to get you over a lot of the big monsters that you had trouble getting over in the past. So I do think Burning Abyss is going to continue to be good. I mean, they got Rhino Warrior in Bosch, and they're getting Beatrice in Premium Gold, the new Premium Gold set. So the deck, you know, don't count out Burning Abyss, and Beatrice is an insanely good card. It's a Foolish Burial on either player's turn, which is pretty dang good on top of floating when it dies. So that's not too bad. Magician Pendulums, I'm still hanging around, but they're not doing as hot. The biggest problem with Magician Pendulums is most people just choose to go the rank 4 route because rank 4 pool is insanely good, and the problem with Magician Pendulums is you often can lead to bricking. As good as Wisdom Eye and Pendulum Call are, you can't really, you know, if you have to play these Odd Eyes cards in your Magician deck, and you know all these high level monsters, it does affect your consistency. Phantom Knights, I'm not surprised people actually tried to take the deck to an event. Jeff Jones did do well at the UDS event not too long ago, and then there were a lot of other decks. Now the top 32, spoiler alert, Draco Pal's top 12, including the winner of the YCS, was actually a Draco Performapal player. Pretty cool, I think. From what I've seen, he was running cards like Pendulum Rising. Rising was actually never really a bad card. It's just people never really found a use for it because, like, and me personally, I didn't myself. I thought he's like the card. I mean, thought there was some uses for it, but it wouldn't surprise me if Pendulum Rising, you know, it's featured in a structure deck, but people are going to look the hands on it. But, you know, I have a playset sitting in my tin, so I might have a use for it. And then the other decks were Cosmos and Monarchs, but the Cosmos being the second one, not be surprising. Monarchs kind of even, but one of the Monarchs deck was an FTK variant. We're gonna get to that later. Burning Abyss, you know, considering only 32 people played Burning Abyss at the event, that's and 4 of those, and like that's like 1 in 8 of the people who played Burning Abyss got top 32, which is pretty good. One Phantom Knight player did get into top 32, which is pretty impressive for a rogue deck. But again, Phantom Knights are not tier 1. I don't care if Jeff Jones did take it to an event and do well at a UDS. It does not matter because the deck still suffers from consistency issues. Because if you can't get the deck has to rely on Dante's milling to get anything going early game, and if you have to rely on another deck's boss monster to do anything, that's a bit of a problem. That being said, Break Sword is a really good card, and the deck has a lot of really cool, unique little tricks. Fog Blaze, a searchable fiendish chain. Wings Wings gives your monsters attack points and keeps them safe from destruction in battle once per turn. That's pretty good. And then the other deck was a Royal Magical Library FTK type variant. That's down here. That was what the other was. So you can read all of these, numbers. You can see them for yourself. So you can kind of see if you want, and like I said, I'll link them in the description box. So in summary, I'm not surprised that Draco Performance Pals are still doing pretty well. Again, like I said, the deck's going to continue to evolve, and winning the event again. We're really not surprised at this point. The deck is still going to be good. Burning Abyss, and then the other thing, only thing that really I think we didn't already know that came out of this YCS is the FTK decks. Obviously, a Monarch FTK variant and a Royal Magical Library FTK variant did manage to get into the top 32. And if I'm Konami, I'm a little concerned about that because I feel like if a deck is good enough to get that far, it must be pretty consistent through. You got to think 10 rounds of Swiss, then the top 32 cut matches. That's a lot of matches where you have to get that FTK off. So something tells me that maybe possibly Konami will finally see the light and maybe ban Magical Library. Maybe we finally see Life Equalizer get banned because, like I've said this in the past, I'm going to say it again, Magical Explosion is not the problem because you can replace it with Blasting the Ruins. And things you have to learn about these unhealthy cards is that people will always try to find a replacement for them. You have to ban the card that's not replaceable, and that part in this part is Life Equalizer. Again, let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong on that because, quite frankly, I don't play a lot of these decks, so I don't know. But I will say that, I know for sure Explosion can be replaced. So, anyway, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching the video today. Really appreciate it when you guys watch my videos. Tune on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. If you like what you saw from this video, please subscribe. So, Warstorm, signing out.